ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीसदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु भिज्येश्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 35, verse number 2 and 3 together. So these verses are spoken by gopis. There are 24 verses and they are couples. So basically 12 couples or couplets. So some Sri have explained, like Sri Vallabhacharya says that they refer to 12 months of the year. So this describing Krishna Lila in 12 months And there are 2 extra verses, that is the extra month like we have just completed. Because every 3 years there is 1 extra month according to the lunar calendar to cope up with the solar calendar. Others have explained that these 12 verses describe Krishna's Leela in the what you call Ashtakalin Leela, Ashtakaliya. So in any case there is a description of his activities, but main stress is on the flute here. So that's why it's called Venugita. So Vam Bahu Krita Vam Kapolo Valgita Bhrudhara Arpita Venum Komalanguli Bhirashrita Margam Gopyairayati Yatra Mukundaha Vyomayana Vanitaha Sasiddhair Vismitastadupdharya Salajjaha Kama Margana Samarpita Chittaha Kasmalam Yayura Apasmrita Nivyaha. So Gopis said that, O Gopis, so Gopis are speaking. Different groups of Gopis. There are also Gopis who have motherly bhav for Krishna, they also speak. Because there are also verses which they are addressing to Yashoda. So Krishna is holding flute in his hand with his left cheek resting on the left shoulder. And he is moving his eyebrows, and his flute is offered to the lower lip, means it's resting on the lower lip. And Komal Anguli Bhir Ashrita Margam, and with his tender fingers he is blocking the holes of the flute and playing on it. So this is how Mukunda is playing with his flute. And the flute is first heard by, of all the people, by the Devis, goddesses who are flying in the air. So flute is sound. Sound is the quality of Akasha. And generally we think Akasha is up, right? And the Akasha is everywhere, but we say Akasha means sky. Sky is up, and that's where the planes fly. So there were planes fly in the sky, and the people there heard it. So Vyomayana Vanita Sahasiddhai, they were along with their husbands. So they were surprised to hear this sound. Vismitastad Updharya. Updharya means after hearing. And they became attracted to Krishna, or the player of the sound. Therefore they felt shy because they are sitting with their husbands. So Kama Margana Samarpita Chitta. Margana means the arrows. So the Kama Marga, the arrows of the Cupid, they surrendered their heart to that. They did not resist, although they should resist because they are with their husbands. And thus Kashmalam Yayur Apasmrita Nivya. So therefore they attained Kashmala. So Kashmala generally refers to impurity. Here it refers to bewilderment out of love. And thus they are not even aware of their dress slipping down. So this is also characteristic of Sahitya. The dress has to slip down out of love. Somehow the women become thin when they are in love. So their dresses become loose. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti explains the meaning. Says Vrindavan Egas Sancharya. We read this first line that Krishna is going to the forest because the residents of the forest feel separation at night. So to console them, to inform them that he is coming, he starts playing on his flute. And this flute is heard by the gopis also. And then they are speaking about it. So Vam Bahu Mule. So left arm here does not mean left arm, because how he is going to put the flute on the left arm? So it means Vam Bahu Krita Vam Kapole, means he is putting his, because Krishna is generally not standing straight, so he's basically tilting his head to the left side while playing. So Arpitah Vam Kapolo Yena Sa Gitasya Aroha Avrohayor Gamakmayi Karanam Teneva Prakarane. So if you are absorbed in listening to some song, or if you are playing, then you don't sit straight, right? Move your head left, right. So that's what he is doing. He is absorbed in playing the flute. He is not playing just because he is attracting others. He also likes it. So he is moving his head. So with Aroha and Avroha, if you have seen when they sing, they make their hands up like that, coming down with the hand, with the fingers, like that. So this is called Gamak in Sanskrit. So Gamak means where you do that like that, and then come down and up. So Gamak has its beauty. Or in the sitar, if they have seen, in the sitar they do the Gamak. You just take the finger and go like that, right? Jhankar. So that is what is called Gamak. So Krishna is doing Gamak with flute. It's more difficult to do it with flute than with the string instrument, because it has to be continuous. Like if you have a harmonium, then you just touch all the notes. That is. So he says Gamakamayit Karanam Teneva Prakarena Sambhavet. So he says that this expression of the Gamak, or this notes up and down, can be expressed only by putting your head down and up. And Tathaiva Vam Janghopari Dakshina Jangha Adha. And then he also has his right leg on the left leg. So like he stands Tribhangi. Tatanyaso Gyeya Tena Tribhanga Lalitas Triyagriva Stralokya Mohana Iti Nam Trayam Prakati Babhuva. So with this pose he has got three names. One is called Tribhanga Lalita. So Tribhanga means bent in three places, and Lalita means beautiful. So beautiful Krishna who is bent in three places. So legs, head and the middle part. So he bends like that. Or it's also called Triyagriva, another name. Triyagriva means bent neck. Another name is Trailokya Mohana, or the form which attracts all the three worlds. So these three names come because of this pose. Valgite Nartite Bhruvo Yenaiti. And he is moving his eyebrows and he is playing. So Yenaiti Subaladin Purasthitan Gan Sasthave Avdhapetum iti bhava. Why is he moving his eyebrows? Because his friends like Subala, etc., they are standing, so he is saying, just see what I am playing. Because he cannot speak. Because he has to, if you play the flute, he cannot talk. So then he is moving his eyebrows to, says, look, pay attention what I am playing. Don't look here and there. So that's what he is doing. So Gan Shashthav. Shashthav means the beauty of his singing. Avdhapetum, to make them listen to it or pay attention to it. Rashatvam arsham adhare arpito nyasto adhraye datto yo venu. So the flute is offered to the lower lip. Valgita bhru adhara arpita venum. So his flute is basically resting on his lower lip. That is the meaning. But in a poetic way, he is saying that as if he has offered his flute to the lower lip. So lower lip of Krishna refers to greed. Upper lip refers to vrida. Vrida uttarashta lobhadhara. Janonmadkari cha maya hasa. His smile is maya, bewildering everybody. Janonmadkari. So he has offered his flute to the greed. So means whoever listens to that becomes greedy to hear it. Besides, so there is kama and there is a lobha. From kama comes lobha. If your kama is satisfied, then you get lobha. If your kama is not satisfied, then you get krodha. Right? So this greed also means intense desire. So that's what happened. This is what is being described. The gopis are talking about it. And the devis in the plains, they will also become attracted to it. So that is the significance of Adhra Arpita Venum. So he plays the flute and everyone falls for it. So how is he playing the flute? He says, Kidrisham Komalabhir Anya Janang Apekshaya Sukumarabhi. So Komal Anguli Bhir Ashrita Margam. Marga means the path through which the air comes out from the flute. So he is blocking them with his soft fingers. Generally the musicians who play music, their hands are rough. Right? If you play mridanga, if you play tabla, if you play sitar, the fingers become hard. Those who play sitar, they will have a deep actually cut there, because all the time pulling the string with that. But Krishna's fingers are tender, although he is also playing flute. Flute is hard, and if all the time you are tapping it, then they have to become hard. So he says that they are not hard. In comparison to other people, they are soft. He says, Anya Janang Apekshaya Sukumarami. In comparison to the limbs of other people, his fingers are very tender. Akarma Kathinau Hastau iti Samudrikat. So according to Samudrik Shastra, it is described there that the limbs of Bhagavan, they are not hard, they are tender or soft. Generally people work, then they become strong or hard, especially hands. If you have to work in the field, then hands become hard, but he is akarma, doesn't do that. So he remains tender. स्वांग अपेक्षया tu ishat kathina bhir anguli bhir ashrita. But he says that in comparison to his other limbs, the fingers are little hard. Because he is also carrying a stick in his hand, a horn in his hand, is playing. So they are not that tender. So ashrita margaha seshwara chidrani yasya tam. Saswara or seshwara? Saswara.
It is Sapta Swara, Babaji.
Okay, there is a lot of mistake in this. There is Seswara. So his flute has got 7 swaras. So there are holes, and this is how they are controlled. So he is playing, moving the fingers on these holes. Tada Vyomayana Nam. So this is the first sloka. The first sloka is describing how he plays the flute. And now the second sloka describes the effect of that flute. So that who is getting influenced, nourished by the nectar of the flute. Krishna is throwing his love, spreading his love through the flute. So who is drinking it? So it says Vyomayana. So first is those who are in the sky, the ladies. So ladies first, right? So they are the one who get the first. So tada Vyomayana nam siddhanam vanita siddhaihi swapati bhi sahita api. So these wives of the Siddhas, there is a clan of Devas called Siddhas. Siddhas, Charnas, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Yakshas, Rakshasas, these are all Devyani, various types of Devas. So these Siddhas were there, and they have their wives. And wives are all Vanita. So Vanita refers to a young woman who is full of love, that is called Vanita. Vanita, Janita, Kamita. So women are more influenced by music, right? So therefore they are the first one to be influenced by the flute. They are attracted. So Vanita Siddhai Swapati Bhi Sahita Api. So Vyomayan Vanita Sah Siddhai. So they are along with their husbands, and if they are along with husbands and their chaste ladies, so they should not be attracted to any other man. But he says that although they are along with their husband, still they are attracted to the music. So api prathmam yasya tam. Sahita api prathmam sadhvirapi no tadvenu iranam updharya akarne vismita. So although the husbands also heard the music and they also heard, but who got attracted first? First the Vanitas. So they Venu Iranam means playing. They heard, and Akarne Vismita. So they got astonished that who is playing this flute? How can somebody play such wonderful? Because all this Siddha, Gandharva, they are very good at music themselves. They are very good musicians. So they are getting astonished by hearing this. Asman aho venu nadasya etavan mohanatvam ananubhutcharam. So they are saying that, oh, we have never experienced such kind of attraction to the sound of the flute before. And this flute is something very different. Yato asman sadhvirapi mohyati. Why is that? That even we who are very chaste, we are getting attracted to it. So there is nothing wrong with getting attracted to music. So why they are saying that even though we are chaste, we are getting attracted? So they are not getting attracted only to the music, but also to the musician. That is the thing. This is where the problem begins. People hear music, the girls hear music, and they get attracted to the music, fine, no problem. But then they get attracted to the musician. So the quality resides in the dravya, right? Guna and dravya, according to Nyaya. So the guna attracts the person to the dravya, because guna is not without the dravya. Quality cannot exist without the substance. So by hearing the quality, which is Shabda. Shabda is the quality. It's one of the 24 gunas. So then they become attracted to the one who is making the Shabda, is creating the music. So that's what is troublesome. That is the sense when they are saying that although we are sadhvi, we are chaste women, we are getting attracted to this music. So they are getting attracted not only to the music but to the musician. That is the vyanjana. That is to be understood from here. Asman, and now the husbands also got attracted. So they both got occupied. Otherwise the woman will be in trouble if the husband find out that why they are getting attracted to this man. So they and themselves also got attracted. So asman purushan api stri bhava yukti kritya mohyati iti prathamam vishmaya yukta. So he says that the slokas, what does the sloka say? That vismita. So vyomayan vanita sah siddhair vismita. So it is not that the only women were astonished to hear this music. He says along with the siddhas, along with their husband, they were astonished. Means it's not only they were the first one. And then the husbands, they were also astonished. And they were also not just astonished because of the music only, but also to the musician. And attracted to the musician, not just attracted to the musician, but attracted to the musician like the wives. That is the point here. Vyomayan vanita sah siddhai vismita. So they were not astonished as men, but like women. That is the meaning, that is the vyanjana here. That along with these ladies, the wives got attracted to Krishna along with the husbands. So along with the husband means that they are saying asman purushanapi stri bhav yukti kritya mohyati iti prathamam vishmaya yukta. He says that we are men and this flute is attracting us by putting us in the mood of a woman. We feel like woman attracted to this man. This is the first surprise. Prathamam vishmaya yukta. Tatascha siddhai sahaiva salajja. And then the gopis and these ladies are feeling bashful. Now the ladies are not feeling bashful alone. The men are also feeling bashful. Because they are saying, what is this happening? Why are we feeling like this? Why we feel like as if we are women and we want to be with this man? So they feel bashful. So So it is going together like that. So Vyomayana Vanita Saha Siddhai Vismitas Tadupadharya Salajja. So you can see that people here in the material world, they become so much enamored by music and the musicians. Then what to speak of Krishna, who is the best. So tatascha siddhai saheva salajja asmad vyabhicharam asmat patiyo vitarkiyayuriti tathaiva asmat punstva viparyayam asmat patniyo vitarkiyayuriti. So both are feeling the lajja, both are feeling bashful. So why they are feeling bashful? The ladies are thinking that if our husbands come to know what is in our mind, then what would they think? That we are unchaste. And the husband are also thinking like that. So both are scared of each other. Right? Sometimes it happens like that, that husband and wife both are cheating. And modern times it is a common scenario. And they both are scared of each other because both are trying to hide it. So that's what is happening here. So this is the problem with Krishna. That he doesn't spare even men. So that's the meaning. He says that Upadharya Salajja. So Siddhai Saha Salajja. The ladies are feeling bashful along with the husbands. So both are having their independent trouble and both are trying to cover it up. But it was very difficult situation. So swashva patibhya sakashat swashva patnibhyascha sakashat lajja yukta bhuvan. So the wives, they are becoming ashamed from looking at the husband, and the husband is looking ashamed, feeling ashamed, looking at the wife. That what can I tell her? And she's saying, what can I tell him? What I feel. So it is good that people do not see the mind of other people. Otherwise it can be quite problematic. You see this, the saving grace, that people don't know what is in your mind. If it becomes possible for others to see your mind, it will become very problematic to deal in the society, or you will become straightforward. You will have no choice. Or you will not have any relationship with anybody. So either you have to become complete master of your mind, or you have to just remain by yourself and deal with it. So it says, Tatascha siddhai saheva kamasya marganebhya sharebhya samarpitani dattani chittani yabhista. So then what did they do when this thing was happening? When both the devas and the devis were attracted by flute and player of the flute, what did they do? They offered their heart to the arrows of the Cupid. They did not resist. It was not possible to resist. So they said, Kama Margana Samarpita Chitta. That we give up. So therefore it says that thereafter, along with the siddhas, along with the husbands, the ladies, they gave their heart completely to the arrows of Kama. Kama Margan Samarpita Chitta. So Cupid has 5 arrows made of 5 flowers which attract all the 5 senses and create 5 effects. So they got defeated along with the husbands. So what did they say? Etani shigram vidhi kuruta. They told the arrows that please pierce our heart quickly. Don't delay. Because there is so much intense desire, so the arrow will come and pierce it, then they feel satisfied. So he says, yes, come. Asmabhi pativratyaya jalanjali datta. He says, we have jalanjali means like you do puspanjali. So when somebody dies, you offer water to them in the Shraddha ceremony. Like it is described in Bhāgavatam also. In the first canto after the Kurukshetra war, in Pandavas won, they all went to Ganga river and they offered water to all the people who had died. So that is called Jalanjali. Anjali means the palm and Jala means water. So you take water in your palm, not with any pot or anything, but with the palms only, and you offer it 3 times to the person. So means this person is finished. That is the meaning. Jalanjali means he is dead, he is gone. So he says that Pativratya Jalanjali Datta. They gave Jalanjali to their chastity. Because it is already dead, the chastity is finished. It has already reached to the heaven. So there is no point now trying to do anything. So therefore they said that we completely accept. Sometimes you have to accept, right? Not trying to keep on hiding secretly. Then just accept that, this is the problem. I can't do anything. So that's the Pativratya. And the husband also same. Krishno asmabhi saha kripya ramtam. So what does it mean? That let Krishna, the man cannot say it, but the ladies are saying that let Krishna be gracious to us and have love affair with us. So, being very direct. Tatha asmabhirapi swapunstvam devatvam cha taktam. And then the husbands are also saying that we are also giving up our manhood and our godhood. Let us become gopis. So they want to become gopis now. And so ladies at least have an advantage. They don't have to change the body. But men have to do something. They have to become transgender.
But not that kind of sorry. Another kind.
No, this is transcendental transgender. Come to the Manjari Bhav. So that's why they are saying Swapunstvam Devatvam cha Taktam. That we have given up our manliness and godliness. We become women. Krishna asman sadyeva swayoga balena gopastri kritya asmabhi saharamtam. So let Krishna, by his yogic power, change us and make us into gopi stri kritya. Gopastri, make us the wives of the Gopas, means make us female, cowherdess, ladies, and play with us, enjoy with us. So this is the meaning of the word Samarpita. All this meaning he is bringing from the word Samarpita. Therefore he says Samarpita Pada Vyangya Geyam. This is how Vyanjana works. So Vyanjana, there are two types of Vyanjanas. One is called Arthi Vyanjana, other is called Shabdi Vyanjana. One is Vyanjana which comes from the meaning, another comes from the word. So because the word Samarpita is there, so from that word Samarpita he is bringing all this implied sense. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is very good at it. He is quite amazing how he brings out Vyanjana. That's why his commentaries are unique. So then what happened? So he is still continuing with that. Kasmalam Yayu. So they were infatuated. Here, Kasmalam would mean moha. Moha here means they got infatuated. Infatuation is also a type of bewilderment, right? When you are infatuated by somebody, then you don't think straight, right? Your mind is captivated. Then Kashmalam Yayu? No? So then this Kasmalam Yayu is not only for the wives but also for the husbands. He's taking everything together because Siddhai, the third, was used. That along with the husbands, Kasmalam Yayu. Although the description is about the women, right? So there are two types. When the third case is used, then there are two types. One is when the person is also performing the activity, and the other is that he is not performing. So Ramena Saha Kridati Krishna. So Krishna is playing along with Balram. So Balram is also playing. But Krishnena Saha Dadhi Mathnati Yashoda. Yashoda is churning yogurt along with Krishna. Krishna is not churning the yogurt, he is just standing there. So here, it is, the meaning is the first one, that whatever is happening to these vanitas, to these young ladies, is also happening to their husbands. So they are infatuated, then they are also infatuated. They gave up their hearts, they also gave up their heart together. This is called oneness of heart. This is how husband and wife should be, together. If they fall in love with somebody, they fall in love together, not one. Because problem comes when one falls in love and the other, right? That's when the fight starts. So you say, you love him, I also love him. Then there is no problem, Both are together. They can make plant together. So that's what he's saying. So tatascha siddhai saheva kasmalam kamashar pidaya moham murcham yayu prapa. So thereafter what happened? That when the intensity of the love increases, then you swoon. You cannot maintain your awareness. So you faint. So they fainted because the arrows of love were hitting so much. If you get wounded too much, you become unconscious, right? So they were so much wounded by the arrows of love that they fainted, along with the husbands, together. So that's what it's saying. This is the meaning of Kashmalam. Generally, otherwise, Kashmal means impurity. So here the impurity is the impurity of fainting out of love. So murcham yayu, they faint. Kasmalasya anubhavam sahevam ahu. And then when you faint, then there is an anubhav of that. Anubhav means the outcome. Just like there is vibhav, anubhav, sanchari bhav. So there is anubhav. So what happened after that? So he says that their dresses became loose. So although here it is talking only about the ladies, but it is understood that it happened to the man also. Because Sahev along with them. Apasmrita, nasmrita. So they apsmrita. So apsmrita means forgetting, but actually apsmar is also one of the sanchari bhav, which is like what you call when you have these fits. They're called fits. Epilepsy. Apasmar also means epilepsy. So you can also say that they got into an epileptic state. They started shaking. That's why the dress was loose. Otherwise, how the dress will become loose if you're just sitting? And they're shaking, like hands, legs, everything like crazy, you know. So that's why it says apasmrita nivya. Otherwise, how the nivya? Nivya means the belt which is tying your skirt. You have that rope, or what you call that? String. The string became loose. How it will become loose unless you shake? So they started shaking in an epileptic fit. And then the dresses became loose. That is the meaning of apasmrita. Generally the word apasmrita means forgetfulness. You know. But simply forgetting has no meaning. So he says apasmrita nasmrita, that they did not know. Skhalita api nivyo yabhi, that their lower dress was slipping down. Siddhaistai sahev sthilita vastra bandha kesha bandhadhika bhav. And it happened along with them, their dhotis also became loose. At least the skirt you have a string to tie it, dhotis don't have anything. And if you too much do jumping, it can become loose. And sometimes I know devotees were dancing in the kirtan, their dhoti fell down. There is Raghava. Is he around there somewhere? He was telling me once that it happened to him. After that he stopped wearing dhoti. Because somebody has to tell him. He was still dancing. So this has happened to the man also. That's why. This is what he's saying. They were also dancing. Epileptic fit was also musical dance. It was not just incoherent shaking. It was shaking with the proper steps and very fast. Great speed. So he says Siddhaistai Saheva Sthilit. So Vastra Bandha Kesha Bandhadikam. So their dresses Vastra Bandha, because they don't have nivi. So Vastra Bandha, like how you tie the dhoti. And Kesh Bandha, their head. If they had any turban on the head, etc., they all fell down. So Babhu ityartha. Samasanta bhava. Arsha, there should have been samasanta. Here, touch. That is not there. Akasmat devinam devanam che yad etadrishya avastha tarhi vayam manusyastatrapi gopyastatrapi ekanagrasthastatrapi labdha angasanga katham tam vina sthasyame taduttastha sakhya. So now is coming what we call kemutya. This is another specialty of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He can make a series of kamutyas, then what to speak of, what to speak of, what to speak of, and he can go on like that. Many places he does that. So now you see his kamutya. Says that akasmad devinam devanam cha yadi etadrishya avastha. He says if this is the state with devas and devis, incidentally, they have nothing to do with Krishna. They were there on their way somewhere and they hear the music and it happens like this to him. Then what to speak of the gopis who are not going somewhere? So he says, Tarhi Vayam Manushya. He said they are devas. The devas are supposed to be more in sattva. Right? Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha, madhye tishtanti rajasa, jaghanya gunavrittistha, adho gachanti tamasha. So people on the Devaloka, they are in sattva guna. People on Bhuloka, they are in rajaguna. And people below, they are in tamoguna. So if this is happening to people who are in sattva guna people are more stable, right? Rajaguna people are more unstable. Their minds are more flickering. In sattva you are more stable. The 5 states of the mind are called that moodha, vikshipta, moodha, kshipta, ekagra and samadhi. So these 5 states of the mind are there. So they are, the lower states are because of rajas and tamas. So kshipta, moodha, vikshipta, these are rajas and tamas. Only when you come to the ekagrata, then you have sattva guna and then you have the samadhi state. So they are more stable. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. They can control their mind. So if it is happening to them, then what to speak of us? They are saying we are just human beings. So this is the first what to speak of. And tatrapi gopya, and on top of that, we are gopis, not brahmanas, not kshatriyas. So brahmanas are sattva, kshatriyas are sattva rajas, and Vaishyas are rajas sattva. So we are not even brahmanas. So tatrapi, this is what to speak of. Tatrapi eka nagarastha. And on top of that, we are just situated in one place. Means we are not like we know things, and therefore when you have more experience, then you are more stable. If you are just in one place, you get very quickly, what is this? What is that? Right? And then on top of that, Labdhang Sangha, we actually have had association of Krishna, physical association of Krishna. So how much more we will be disturbed by hearing this? We have experience. Katham tam vina sthasyami. So how can we remain without Krishna? So therefore, let's go and meet him. Tadu uttashtata. So let's find some excuse that we are going on Surya Puja, pick flowers, or we have to get some herb from there, from the forest. We have to get some excuse. Let's go and meet Krishna. And then etan dagdhamukhan pashyato api pati swasuradins tiraskritya kenchin mishena vrindavanam parivrishya pranpeshtena sardham vilasame iti dhvani pratiyuglante evanuvartani. So now they are saying that, but what about these husbands and father-in-laws? They are looking, they are calling them as dagdhamukha. So I don't know how can you literal translation is burnt faces. But the meaning is that these guys who are sitting here with their rotten faces, how we are going to leave them, because they are going to stop us. So he says we have to make some kind of excuse and let's go to Vrindavan and we will enter there. and we'll meet our prana prashtha, the object of our love, and we'll enjoy. This is the dhvani from this sloka. So he says, like this kind of dhvani you have to understand at the end of each couplet. So this is the end of this commentary. Any questions on this?
Babaji, probably I missed one passage, but could you please explain once again? It's ninth line from the bottom. Ayatana Shri Krishna Vishayaka. I just didn't.
Which one?
It's ninth line from the bottom. It's in the middle. Ayatana Shri Krishna Vishayaka, and I don't.
Ayata?
Ayatana. Ayatana Shri Krishna Vishayaka. I just didn't follow this part.
Ayatana, where is it?
It is ayatana.
Shri Krishna Vishayaka Kamasharana
Kamashara, about the areas of Kama.
Dattani chittani yabhihitaha ayatana Sri Krishna Vishayaka Kam Sarana Alakshya. Boho Sri Krishna Kam Sara.
Yeah, so ayatan means the coming. There should be a halanta there. The halanta is missing. There are a lot of mistakes in this. I'm surprised, so many mistakes. Ayatan means coming. So Sri Krishna Vishyak Kam Saran Alaksha. Oh, I think I did not read this line. So means the arrows of love coming from Krishna, they saw them. And then they said, Bho Sri Krishna Kam Sara Yusmabhyam Etan Asmas Chittani Dattani, that we offer our hearts to you, oh arrows coming from Krishna. That's the meaning. Is it clear? Okay, any other question?
I have a good question, Baba. It looks like there is no clear reading here. Venu nadasya etavan mohana, then mohanatan amana nu udacharam.
Where is it?
Mohanatan, then it's seventh line from the top. Akarnya vismita aho venu nadasya etavan mohanata and then dhamananam udacharam.
Mohanatvam. Venu nadasya etavan mohanatvam ananubhutsharam.
Okay. Here it's like a duh. That's what I'm. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So you said that Krishna's bottom lip represents greed. So does every part of his face represent a different feeling? Like his nose, eyes,
Yeah.
cheeks, ear, every part? Left eye represents a certain feeling, right eye a certain feeling, like.
Yes, because that's what we are talking, that their bodies are only bhav. This is the whole talk we have been doing. Their bodies are not made of matter, they are made of bhav.
So every single part of the body represents a different feeling.
Yeah. Okay, Malati.
I had a question on the same. I was wondering whether you could tell us what the upper lip represents.
Upper lip represents lajja, bashfulness. Okay, Bhadra.
Pranam Swamaji. I don't understand very good the feeling of the husbands of the goddesses that were also had to become women in order to because of the sound of the flute. I don't understand. It means that you need to have this female energy in order to feel connection with Krishna, for servitude, or how should I understand it?
You have to have loving affair with him, you have to be a woman, he is man.
Ah, okay. Okay.
It's very simple.
So does like the upper lip and bottom lip were like opposite, like greed versus like shyness? So then is the left eye something and then the right eye is the opposite? And the left ear something and the right eye is the opposite, like that? The whole way?
It doesn't have to be opposite, but they're different. Sometimes it is said they are sun and moon. So one is, you can say opposite, one is heating, other is cooling.
Interesting. Is there somewhere that we could read about all the emotions? Like somewhere it lists?
Everything is, I don't know, but if you read first chapter of second canto, some things are mentioned there.
Okay, thank you.
So Mohini would like to know.
There is in 12th canto, maybe 8th or 9th chapter, there is some description there also.
Mohini would like to know if Krishna also puts his flute on the upper lip, and if yes, when?
Have you seen people playing flute? Or you are just asking questions? When you play flute, how do you play flute? You're going to blow from your nose? If you put it on the upper lip, so you're playing. Maybe some people can play the flute with the nose, but at least I have not seen.
And could you please again repeat the 5 states of the mind? This Mudha, Vikshipta, Ekagrata, Samadhi, and then one is missing? What would it be?
It is Kshipta, Mudha, Vikshipta, then Ekagra, and last one is, I don't know, it is Samadhi or something else. I don't remember. It's in the Yoga Sutra commentary.
And then which are in Tamas and Rajas?
The first one is in Tamas, and other 2 are mixture of Rajas and Tamas, and last 2 Sattva. Okay.